and welcome to another video. In this video we are just on our way to Sutton here in my Kia Invisible when out of the blue my BMW alarm goes off. Yes, and that alarm is just to let me know that I am approaching an inconsiderate idiot in a BMW. There he is here, blocking up the junction, so if I wanted to turn right I couldn't do. But much more important than that, he's on the phone. Yes, but not with one hand. Oh no, he's a BMW driver. He's using two hands because finding out where Sharon got her leggings from is much more important than holding the steering wheel. Now, for all you people that don't know, Sharon gets her leggings from Asda, or she used to. I put her on to Sainsbury's because you can get 3 for the price of 2 in Sainsbury's, which is where we're going now. Yeah, my leggings are a little bit worn out. Anyway, up here we got a bus. The BMW goes round the bus. The car in front of us can't go round the bus because the bus is pulling out, and we are turning right, so it doesn't really affect us. But look what the BMW's done at this junction. Big keep clear sign on the ground, and he's blocked it up. You can't see him, but he is on the phone. I haven't got my side cameras on today because I got passengers in the car, and he was on the phone, oblivious to what was going on around him, completely oblivious to what was going on around him. And you can't really see it here at the moment, but to the right there's 2 cars that want to come out of that junction and turn right. He's stopping them doing it, but he doesn't know he's stopping them doing it because none of them have used a horn on him, and he is head down in the bloody phone. And there you go, there's the 2 cars that have to wait because of this numpty. So there you go, law-breaking, inconsiderate arsehole number 1 of the day, whose phone is much more important than trying to help traffic flow out and keeping junctions clear. Now in this clip we are approaching the Rose Hill roundabout, and it's unusually heavy traffic. We're coming from a different direction to what is normally on the channel, and as you can see up there on the left hand side, the bus lane is active. It's just coming up to 20 past 4. And the bus lane is active for the thousands and thousands and thousands of buses that we're going to get coming down here. Yeah, none. So we lose a lane, which we probably could do with one. Anyway, I get to see what the problem is now. It's a broken down car. Now, answers on a postcard for this. Would you try and fix your car in a live lane like that is? I'm not so sure that I would. I'm not so sure I would. Cars, put it this way, cars very rarely just stop dead. They normally give you some indication that they're going to break down, which gives you time to move them over to the side to get out of the way. I think I would have done that.
It's time to show you the famous Rose Hill roundabout. That's right, the famous Rose Hill roundabout.
Yes, the famous Rose Hill roundabout. The markings on the road are worn out a little bit, but you can make them out. 217 that we're on, or the 297 that the guys next to us to the left hand side are on. It's pretty damn simple, isn't it? It really is. But I knew that this car in front of me didn't want the A217. Just had this hunch. Probably because there was traffic in the left hand lane, the lane that he should really be in. And I just knew that he wasn't going my way. I just knew it. He's in the lane for the A217 at the moment, but then changes his mind as he goes through the amber. I didn't expect him to stop at the amber light because he'd be practically on it. To go down the A297 there. I don't think I've actually been on this roundabout ever where everybody has got it right. It just doesn't happen. So now it's time to wind up one of my viewers. You guys know the one who always defends pedestrians. And we're not even talking about this guy here that's crossing the road, because he really doesn't affect anyone to a certain extent anyway. The car in front of me had to slow down to let him go, but we're not talking about him anyway. Forget him. We're talking about this one over here. This woman, she's just come from the chicken shop across the road. She's been to the off licence already and got her cider for going home, and she's got a child with her. That's the one I have issues with. Look what she's wearing. Look, she's wearing dark clothes. There's a little crossing just up there, just there, that's a lot safer than where she was, and she's dragging her kid out to cross the road there as well. Nah, not for me. Now, a little bit further down the road, I am going a few times. I can't remember how fast I speeded this up, but anyway, we're going faster than normal. And I'm going to show you what the BMW should have done here is to leave the junction open so people can actually turn right across me here. It's not hard, is it, to do that? It really isn't hard. But we are not talking about that. specifically, we are talking about the good old British workforce. As you can see the markings over there to the left hand side. It's Friday, 4:30. We're just about to enter rush hour, and then they build this. They build this when the traffic is just about to start getting heavy. They put, I would say roadworks, but there's no fucker in there doing any work. And people are going to say, well, it could be an emergency. Well, if it's an emergency, they would be there working, wouldn't they? And just have a little look at the traffic here. I've got the same sort of thing behind me and nothing's happening. They've just put the cones out and the traffic lights there and just pissed off. Yeah, good old British workforce. You gotta love them. So we're back at the Rose Hill roundabout, the famous Rose Hill roundabout, and I get asked a lot of questions about this roundabout. As you'll see on the road here, 297 and A217. Now, there is a road in between them two roads, and that is the question that I keep getting asked. What lane do you get into for that particular road, which is Green Lane? Now, this BMW here is in the lane for the 217, which goes down there, but he's not going down there. He's going down Green Lane, the same as me. But I think he's in the wrong lane. And why I think he's in the wrong lane is this, because when we run it forward here, what is stopping me from my lane going down there? There is an extra lane there. So what is stopping me from doing that? The road markings are shocking. They are just shocking. So you've got to go with what is written there rather than anything else, haven't you? Now, I was in the lane for 297, he was in the lane for 217. The 297 lane is the lane that he's actually in now. If I was in the middle lane or the right-hand lane there, I would be in the wrong lane again. So my lane of choice, doing what I do here, has got to be correct, because all the other lanes will be incorrect by what it says on the road. As you come around here, look, see, I'm in the 297 still, and the 297 goes straight on, but I'm turning left before I get there. So yes, for me, it's that lane. Now, we can argue all day long about that, but the road markings, actually the written road markings, say that I'm in the correct lane. The road arrows and lines and all that sort of stuff, they're all over the shop on this roundabout. And as we look here, not this Toyota here, but the one behind that, he takes the same route as that BMW. He almost hits the curb though. I don't think he's ever steered a car in his life before. Yeah, it's like the road's over here, mate, not over there. Yeah, so if you don't know this roundabout, let me know what you think about the roundabout road markings. Am I right or am I wrong there? And if you do know the roundabout, again, am I right, am I wrong? Now, in this clip, we are approaching another roundabout, and we are looking over to the left-hand side, coming out of the petrol station. That's coming out the petrol station the wrong way, but then again, it is a Fiat 500, the trainee Audi driver. But having said that, I don't think there's any ins or outs of this petrol station, because if you go down to the left here, it is one way. You can't come out of that entrance further down there and come back this way, obviously. So I don't think there's any ins or outs, which makes it a bit dodgy, really. So the Audi driver's pulled out and gone into lane 2 here, only to realise that it wants lane number 1. It didn't want to block up the roundabout, but it didn't want to stay where it was, you know. So it won't be very long before you get your little O's on your car, you know, to be a full-fledged Audi driver. Anyway, a little bit further down the road, we're still following the same Fiat 500. And let's see where it's going on this roundabout, shall we? It's definitely not turning left. Is it going straight on? No, it's not going straight on. Is it taking this left? Well, we'll never know, because it's not going to indicate, because it's a trainee Audi driver. You must be really close to getting your wings. You really must be close to him. Now, in this clip, we're waiting at a red light here. Who's going to go through a red light coming the opposite direction? I'll give you a clue. Yes, it's one of Sadiq Khan's License to Kill assassins. So a little bit further down the road, we've got a green light at the moment, but that don't last for long. And who's going to go through the red light? Yes, always an Audi. But it's also still red for these cyclists that go through here as well. You can see their lights are red. Yeah, but then we all know they don't stop at red lights. But now we're looking at this Burke in the Merc, who is indicating to turn left. So if he's indicating to turn left, where would you think a bike would go? Yeah, up the inside of it, not the outside of it. Then it doesn't turn left. The bike does. But what is the bike and the Mercedes doing? God knows. Now, I've only done one video this week, but already this guy in this next clip gets...
Numpty of the week.
As you can see, we're on the A3 and we are taking the next turn off. We've got a quarter of a mile to go. And as you can see, the countdown markers have started. There's number 3. There's another sign there. And there's number 2. Yep. And wait for it. Wait for it. There's number 1. So you should be over in the left-hand lane by now without a shadow of a doubt. That's the whole idea of them markers. And we're coming off right here. So we're going to go to the rear camera now. Remember where them markers was? That was the big sign that said a quarter of a mile. There's number 3 marker there. There's that other sign. Here comes number 2. There it is there. And here comes number 1. Bear with us. There it is. Can you see the person that wants to turn off? Yeah. He's in the outside lane still. It's that van there. It's still in the outside lane and it wants this turn off here. Yeah, Numpty of the week or what? Now let's go to the front camera now and we'll show you what he did. Right across everything. Right at the last stages there, and it's 2 lanes here and he's still in the wrong bloody lane. He wants to get into my lane, but I ain't having it. Not today. Not today. You can wait behind me, you numpty. I think that is a worthy candidate for Numpty of the week. Do you not? But there's still more to come from him. So the thing is with this, I don't know 100% sure if this is right. You'll just have to... I zoomed it in and I can't get a clean shot of it. I can get a clean shot of his hand, but I can't get a clean shot of the phone. Yeah. So could that have been the reason why he was still in lane 3 when he wanted the slip road right next to him on the left hand side? Possibly. I would say a very high chance of it, because you don't drive like that, do you? Not well. He is a numpty. He's just one numpty of the week. He's got disabled badges in the window there, as you can see. Now, I can't drive with anything in the window like that because they reflect up onto my windscreen on anything that I drive. So I have to take them off of the dashboard there because it just reflects. So was that the reason why? Or was it the fact that he's on the phone? You can see his hand up by his chin there. Now, is he just leaning on that as like being bored, or is he on the phone? You can see where his other hand is. That's his left hand that's over the right side of the steering wheel there. And when he comes round the bend here, he's still only using one hand to steer there. You see that? That's still one hand. So even if you are bored and you've got your hand up by your chin, surely you would use your right hand to steer round the bend there. For me, he was on the phone. Can't guarantee it. Can't get a prosecution out of that no matter what, because you can't actually see the phone. But you can see that he is one crappy driver and a worthy winner of
Numpty of the week.
So for the last clip of the day, it's raining, it's dark, it's appalling weather as per usual in this country at the moment, and we get a corner cutting cretin. We turn left here and then we get this. Yeah, not even close, mate. Not even close, is it? Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.